Once upon a time, I started a YouTube channel, and it's evolving. Hey everybody, it's me, Margaret. I am a Mississippi native transplanted to Atlanta, Georgia, where I sheepishly share things I love with you, and I share them right here on this YouTube channel. Wait, I want some coffee. Now, as I have told you many times before, I started this channel because I needed to find some friends who shared my interest. And sharing was that key word that stood out to me. But I began knitting and crocheting even though I was really a tech person, and it kind of freaked everybody out. They were like, wait, who are you? And my friends were making fun of me, so I thought, well, I'll just go make my own friends. And that's where this came from. So my favorite part of having a YouTube channel is the interaction between me and you. Now, for years I said I was not going to go the tutorial route, and yet in every one of my videos it seems I'm always sharing something about the way I did something or whatever. I would have these mini tutorials hiding inside these show and tell videos that I would do. And finally, I think it was a situation where somebody said, can you just please show us how to do that? And I did my first tutorial. And it was fun, and I like doing tutorials, that's true, but I still kept saying, no, I'm not a tutorial channel. That's not what I'm doing. It's all about the interaction. Now, I'm no dummy. I know that in truth, people on YouTube really just want tutorials from me. They don't care about this blogginess that I like to share and things like that. But yet, these are the videos where I find that my subscribers do tend to give me more information. You share your opinions, your thoughts, your ideas, and that's my favorite part. So why would I ever stop doing these kinds of videos? So you may have noticed that I have more informational videos that I've been putting up here, tutorial related type things. And that's for several reasons. One, it's because it's an answer to a lot of the questions that I get. And two, thanks to health reasons, I can't knit and crochet as much as I always have in the past, where I had so much more to show you each week. So I still have a passion for it, and I still want to surround myself with it, so I will continue to talk about it. I just won't have as many finished objects to show, and that's okay, right? At least it's okay with me. Now, one thing I know that everybody on this channel loves to hear about, and that's yarn. And boom, Knitcrate has sent another package. And I opened the tape, but I have not opened it to look inside, so you look with me. Do-do-do. Ooh, oh, it matches the box. Can you see that? Pretty. Actually, I think I'm washing it out. Yes, this is the color. This is the color. This is called, the colorway is called Chewies. What is the theme? Ice cream is the theme this time. It says fresh neons and icy brights. And this colorway is called Chewies. I got two Chewies. Let's see, it's a sock yarn. Merino, nylon, and cashmere fingering weight. Oh, and it really is nice. Where are the patterns? Now remember, with Knitcrate, you always get a couple of patterns. One knit, one crochet. Ooh. So this beautiful knit shawl is from Tega Hilliard as the designer, called Minty Fresh. And Kalura Hudson is the crochet designer for Limoncello. Just a refresher that Knitcrate has 5 options these days. There are 2 different in-house brand options to choose from. The regular Knitcrate, which is what I showed you today, and the Sock Crate. Or you can go with the artisan choices with indie hand-dyed yarn and completely different patterns, plus a little extra goodie included. Or you can choose the Art Yarns Deluxe Crate, which is their quarterly option of fine yarn. And not only do you get a great deal, like this $63 value for $25 that I have today, but you also get additional bonus codes and discounts and the opportunity to earn stash points and all kinds of icing on the cake type things. Check it out at knitcrate.com and use the code SHEEP20 to get an additional 20% off your first box. Now, I think it's no secret that I've been a Knitcrate fan for a while now, but I always try to find a little something extra to tell you about it. And inside the box says, I'm ready for my close-up. But then it tells you something that Knitcrate does every single month, and that is if you put a snapshot, on social media, you can have a chance to win 3 free months of your Knitcrate. So apparently you need to buy the Knitcrate first and then go ahead and put it up there to see if you could be a winner. And they do this all the time for their subscribers. There's lots of different ways that you gain points, and you can put it towards your next purchase, your next box or whatever. So it's just a super company. And then one of my subscribers told me, have you ever read the bottom of the box? What are you doing looking at my bottom? All the good stuff is up there. I had to just go run up and down the stairs. Now I'm exhausted. Now I gave away last month's Knitcrate because I consider us a team. I would not be getting free Knitcrates every month if it didn't have the following that I have, and that would be you guys. So I gave away last month, I'm going to keep this month, and I'll give away next month, so keep watching. And speaking of yarn, it had been a while since I had visited the big box stores just to see what was out there, and I see a whole lot of new things that I had not seen before. On my last trip to Michael's, that is. I am so glad to see some DK being sold at the big box stores. Very little is available in the US. It feels a lot like Karen Simply Soft and seems to have a sheen similar to that, but it's a nice DK. Now it's been a while since I've been yarn shopping in the big box stores because I don't need any of this stuff, but look what I found. This feels wonderful. It's almost like a with the feel of a fleece blanket maybe when you finish. Very nice. Parfait Layers by Premier Yarns. They have a good selection of colors, I think. Here it is summertime and the kids are out of school, and I used to always love looking for rainy day activities that I could buy on sale and put up for later. They also made great birthday gifts for those numerous parties throughout the year. I don't need to do that anymore, but I sure had a good time looking through these. And then I stumbled upon these Star Wars crochet kits. They were about $25 and were not on sale at the time, but I found them on Amazon US for cheaper with so many more choices. I'll put links to these in the description box below, as I know somebody would like to do these for holiday gifts. Now, in my last vloggy chatty video, I had told you about how I am decluttering my house. It's very important that I get rid of a lot of stuff that I feel is just weighing me down. And speaking of weighing, I was actually weighing it as well, just out of curiosity to see how much stuff that I can get rid of. Well, in the garage alone, it was well over 100 pounds. I don't remember what it was, but I still have whole piles of stuff upstairs that I haven't weighed yet. So the process is continuing. Do you like my shirt? Choose to be nice. I ordered this shirt. I actually ordered two of them, a black one and a white one, because I liked it so much. It was started by a mom of a middle schooler, and there was so much hate and ugliness going on social media among her kids, the middle school kids of that school, and she started this whole huge campaign, and it ended up spreading nationally. And the shirts were featured on Good Morning America a while back, and they were on sale. I forget what I paid for, but I got a really good price on them, and I thought those are perfect. Because another thing about my videos that you've seen through the years is I've always had that little meme, I guess it was, or that little image that says, be kind to each other even if you disagree on things. And I think that that's such an appropriate thought for social media, because social media can be so ugly. I don't know why. It has something to do with the perceived feeling of anonymity, because you're sitting behind a computer and maybe you have a really odd screen name. But we all know that the computer didn't generate that comment. It came from a person, so it causes pain on purpose, and I've never understand causing pain on purpose. You're going to cause pain by accident plenty of times in your life. You certainly don't want to do it on purpose, right? Now, generally speaking, I get very nice comments. I very rarely get an ugly one, and sometimes people don't realize how ugly they sound. And I'm hoping that's the case with this comment, but I really want to address it because it's a thought. Well, I want to hear your thoughts on it. Now, she did post this freely on a public site, so in theory I don't have to blur out her name or profile picture, but I'm going to do that because I'm using it as an example of how not to interact on YouTube. She saw a review of one of the knitting machines, the circular knitting machines, and she writes, "It's so much easier and way, way, way more rewarding to knit doing it the right way, not this lazy way. Not only that, but you can't do much of any custom work on this without it taking 10 times longer than the right way. As a crocheter and self-taught knitting newbie, this machine has me super triggered. Ugh." I wrote back a very carefully crafted, kind response because not that I wanted to correct her per se, as much as I wanted her to look at things in a different way, because we cannot all live life looking through our own lens. You need to put yourself in someone else's shoes and see the world through their point of view. But I have to say that I had a knee-jerk reaction before I carefully crafted my response, and that is the word triggered. The word triggered just drives me crazy. It's one of those words that has come about that is often used by millennials. But here's the deal. If it has gotten her, if that gets her so upset, then I'm thinking, my word, what a very wonderful, calm, terrific life you have if what someone else likes to do for their crafting really upsets you. So here's what I wrote back. "Oh my, this post made me sad on so many different levels. What is rewarding to one person may be different to another. My subscribers know I'm primarily a charity knitter and crocheter, and being able to supply a charity with hundreds of hats and scarves is very rewarding to me and to the charity who receives them. Also, machine knitting is a separate category of needle arts, and circular machine knitting is a subcategory of that. Flatbed machines are more versatile, but are much more expensive, so people who are venturing into this genre are looking for more affordable ways to get their feet wet. However, that's not to say that these machines are limited to what you've seen here. There are people who have made beautiful garments, not me though, and invented new techniques all the time. It's an art unto itself. And remember that in any art, there is no right way or wrong way. If everyone did the same thing all the time, there would be no new inventions, and more importantly, no fresh outlooks in this world." And then I gave her a quote. "Every now and then a man's mind is stretched by a new idea or sensation and never shrinks back to its former dimensions." That's by Oliver Wendell Holmes Sr. So I told her, if you'd like to learn more about this craft, here's a good place to start. And then I gave her a bunch of links, or a link to that page on my blog that contains a bunch of links. But just because somebody likes to do something differently from what you like or you enjoy, that's not right for you to come and tell you how annoying or how wrong they are or how triggered they are. So when you want to comment on somebody's video, think first about, is it kind? And I welcome you to give me an opposing view. I really do. As a matter of fact, I used to teach my kids that. I said, Mom will tell you to do something, but if you disagree with me, let me know. Tell me why. Maybe it's something that I didn't consider. As long as you do it kindly and respectfully, I want to hear your point of view. I said that to my kids, and I'll say that to you as well. Again, if we keep our minds the same all the time and we don't look at them through different ways and different perspectives, then you're not growing. And if you're not growing, you're dying. So here's a question for you. Do you have your eye on a craft that you've never done before that you might want to try so that your mind will be stretched? And what has that quote go? Every now and then a man's mind is stretched by a new idea or sensation, and it never shrinks back to its former dimensions. Do you have your eye on something that you would like to try that's new or new to you? Share it with us. I think that would be fun for us to read the different things down in the comment section below. And speaking of a new craft, I have never wanted to be a quilter ever, but there is a quilt that I might want to try. This is my friend Martha from home, from Mississippi. We went back for a wedding back in the spring and we hung out at their house for a little while, and Martha showed us this blanket. It's something that everybody in her family eventually gets. It's made out of Crown Royal bags. Now Crown Royal, if you don't drink alcohol, you probably don't know what it is, but it comes in a sort of a soft cotton felt bag. It's this purple and gold bag. They over time save them, and of course it takes a really long time for them to have enough to make one for one of the family members, but they have several in their family, which is terrific. So everybody will save the bags for them. And I thought that was absolutely brilliant, and it felt so good. But it was a tremendous blanket, and I thought you crafty people would really like it. So while I wouldn't necessarily want to quilt, that's never really appealed to me, is that wood. I love recycling, reusing things. I love the way it felt, and it's just fun. But alas, that would never work for us because we don't drink that much. When we drink, it's wine, and I can't even drink anymore with this Lyme disease. Alcohol is not helpful. And I also saw one time, this was a long time ago, and I'm going to have to go on a search to see if I can find a picture, but there was someone who made a rain jacket out of Walt Disney World bags. Now, if you know anything about Florida, Central Florida, it rains almost every afternoon in the warm weather, and so you do need some sort of poncho or raincoat or something like that. And it was the cutest thing. So like I said, I love to make things, you know, reuse, recycle, that sort of thing. And both of these were very practical ideas. Now, on a personal note, and you longtime subscribers will know who I'm talking about, this is my youngest son, Thomas, who used to like to appear in my videos all the time when he was a young kid. And now he is driving on his own. He has inherited Mom's car, and he has his first job. So those of you who remember Crazy Thomas back in the olden days, you can celebrate his growing up with me. You like the way I chose the word celebrate. It is a good thing, but it's so hard when your kids grow up. But speaking of celebrate, we did celebrate Father's Day. He wanted to go to Topgolf. And if you know anything about that, it is a great way to play golf. You may not know, my daddy was a golf pro, and I did play when I was younger. And it just takes so long, and it's hot outside in the summertime, so generally I just don't play golf anymore, and gave it up actually a long time ago until this Topgolf became invented. But basically it is like a driving range, and you have your own little place to sit, and it has tables and fans or even heaters if it's cold outside, and you're out of the sunlight, and people are bringing you food and drinks, and it's actually good food and drinks. And I love to go to Topgolf. So we did that on Saturday because Tucker had to go out of town on Sunday for Father's Day, and so I did play a little golf, and it was not a very smart idea because I ended up hurting my already hurting hands. So they had to take a couple of days to recuperate. But it was fun. And it's something that we all can do together. So that was good. And I won, by the way. But I think I won because it did not record a really good shot of Tucker's. At least that's what he says. So I've got about 5,000 other things I'm supposed to be doing right now, so I need to close this video out. But before I go, do you have any suggestions for the informational videos that I want to be uploading here shortly? I've got several ideas of things that I'll be doing. For example, I'm going to completely redo my charity video. That one is absolutely horrible, and you really has good information. That's the only reason I have left it up, so we might as well just you know, redo that. But are there any topics or specific things that you would like to see? I also have a couple of cute tutorials that are coming up. A precious bird crochet hat that I wanted to do, that I'm also looking at doing with the adding machine and knit tutorial as well. So I don't know, are there any, like I said, topics, specific tutorials or something like that that I need to look into? Go ahead and put that blip on the radar for me and let me see if I'm capable of doing such a thing. And we will talk to you soon. And remember, be kind to one another, even if you disagree on things. Talk to you later. Bye.